Well, thank you for coming back, and please like, share, and subscribe. Give a thumbs up to this video if you like it. And this episode is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a review of all the other episodes that I've done to this point. The first one was writings that I've had from notebooks that throughout my life I've just written down when I needed to and when I was bored, or how life is at that time. There was 3 different parts in that one, and one was just a short something. The first one was writing to a graduate of high school, from leaving their house to going into the real world, how people are going to interact with you, and how your life is yours now. All your choices are yours to make, and nobody else makes your choices, but there are going to be people out there that will try to make choices for you. Well, episode 2 had to deal with a little bit more of who you are. Are you a type of person to try to predict the future? Or are you the type of person that's going to have the future come up to you? There's a big difference between those 2 type of people. There's ones who create futures, and then there's ones who allow futures to be created just by happenstance. At some point in your life, there's always that crossover and the blur where you're trying to go for something, yet you're just letting things come to you. You have to make a future. You can't allow a future to be made for you, because you're not gonna be getting the best of what you want. Well, episode 3, all my pictures are taken in 4:3 ratio, and this was the first episode that I actually produced at 4:3 ratio instead of 16:9 widescreen. You get more of an understanding of what the picture actually is going to look like. The writing was about how sound influences us. It creates memories, it brings back memories. It's something that is active, and the only way to remove hearing something is to actually plug it up externally. So you're always being influenced by sound, and that's one thing that people need to realize is as much control as people have psychologically over others. Sound is one of the most intense ways that people control. That one was just an educational level of what you listen to is what you are. Episode 4 was about the monotony of life. Getting a little bit of difference in your life will mean a lot in the long run. Changing life is not necessarily getting rid of something. It's to grow your life. Episode 5 was me reviewing my pictures. I love taking pictures, and I've taken pictures a lot through my life, and I've lost a lot of pictures. Can't say that I've misplaced them. I've had crashes where I didn't back them up. I've had people take things that wasn't theirs, and I don't have them anymore. But I love my pictures. I really do. I see that there's a lot of other pictures out there that could be interpreted as better than mine, but I see my pictures as unique. More than just editing. It's the actual picture that's saying the word. I love 35mm back in the day when we had to take one shot, and that's the picture you got. Really didn't get to change the picture that much after fact. I hope that you can recognize that the pictures that I take are raw, unedited. I hope that you recognize that there is something about taking a picture rather than making a picture. Episode 6, well, that was about God. It was about the story that I've read from the Bible. I put it into today's terms and my understanding of it. The whole basis of that one is your choice. I get mad at God. I say God damn it. At the same time, I'm speaking to God when I say God damn it. I'm telling God to damn something. No matter what religion that you are, we're all sitting on the same planet, speaking to a higher entity. Like I always said, are you going to risk your eternity for something that is not proven? Episode 7 was about everything in your life that influences. Like I said about sound, you are what you hear. And just like food, you are what you eat. Just like sight, you are what you see. The episode was more about seeing what influences you and how you can change yourself by the influences around you. Episode 8, love. Wow. That's one episode that is just, it's hard to talk about, at the same time it's enjoyable to talk about. There's so many different ways to love. And I just wanted to bring the point across of love is very serious, and when you start playing with love or the interpretation of love, and you're really getting into some murky water where you never know what's going to be around the other corner. What I heard somewhere, you believe in one, you have to believe in the other. So what's the opposite of love? And on 9, this was about what you think about inside your own head. I know when I'm making these videos, I'm giving you what I think in my head. What we think about every day is what gets us through the day. It's what controls our actions for everything that we do. Thinking to yourself and having that time to actually, what some say, think about nothing. It's the control of the ages. People want to control your thought, and people want to know what you're thinking. That episode was more than just saying what you're thinking. Actually know what you're thinking. Thinking is draining. It is very draining. And now episode 10. A little bit more of expansion of each episode. My review of all my videos is, the way that I talk is very mundane, very monotone. I can put a little bit more effort into the way that I speak, and that might help out a little bit for people to understand what I'm saying. It's just another way of control, I think. I mean, you can sit there and have somebody speak to you in a way where you get enthusiastic about what they're saying because the way that they're saying it. Oh my gosh, did you know that this happened? Oh wow, it was just amazing that this happened. It's what we recognized as something else that's happened, and we compare it to it. There's an assumption there. I like to keep assumptions minimalized. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will stick around for the next episodes.